What's happening, folks? Kevin here from SportsBoxBreaks.com, coming at you live Wednesday, May 31st, 2023. Breaking a full case of 2023 Topps Heritage Baseball. This is Choose Team case break number 1. Who has who in the break? Diamondbacks belong to Jared P. We got the Braves going to Jim W. We got 2 in a row here, it looks like. We got the Orioles and the Red Sox for Chris G. We got the Cubbies going to Dustin L. White Sox going to Greg Z. The Reds, Alan K. Guardians, Daniel K. Rockies for Greg Z. The Tigers and the Astros for Tony K. We got the KC Royals going to James D. We got the Angels going to Stephen A. We got the Dodgers for Stacy U. The Marlins for Dean E. The Brewers for Dustin L. The Twins for Tony K. Mets for Dean E. Yankees, Tommy K. Oakland A's going to Greg Z. Philadelphia Phils going to Mike T. We got the Pirates and the Padres going to Dustin L. Dustin, thanks for the pickups at the end, buddy, closing out the last 5 teams. And again, that was the Pirates and the Padres for Dustin. We got the Giants going to Jeremy W. The Mariners for Alan K. The Cardinals for Rain C. Tampa Bay Rays, Dustin L. The Rangers, Joe W. Blue Jays going to Aaron F. And the Washington Nationals going to Dustin L. All right, guys, here we go. It is a full 12-box case. All cards will be shipping to you, as is the case with all of our breaks. And with Heritage, as we know, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's actions, there's team colors, there's image variations, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to lean on you guys to tell me, as I'm sifting through the cards, if I pass something off that's of value. But to get through it in a reasonable amount of time, we're going to try to get through it. So, should be able to do it the normal way. Oh, the variations are flipped. Okay, that's what it was. But in like past years, I want to say like 2 years ago and beyond, they did not flip the variations. And I think it was just last year they started flipping the variations, right? If I'm remembering correctly. All right, here we go. I think that's the way it was, because I remember like previous years, like before that, we would always have to do the reverse way. These boxes are big boys. Check them out, man. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a second row makes 12. Look at these guys. They're big. So one hit in every box. It's going to either be the Real One Auto or Relic. What's the ratio? Are they still doing about 3 to 4 per case in terms of Real One Autos? The rest, we're counting on Relics more than likely. Okay, so there's a box topper in each one. Is that a real puzzle? That's a Nolan Ryan box topper puzzle for the Angels. Yes, it is, because it's got like a little paper backing going on. So the Angels in this one is Stephen A. So Stephen getting a Nolan Ryan puzzle. That's different. Are those common this year? They're throwing those in as the box toppers. One auto in 113 packs. All right, I'm going to do one of these at a time, fellas. As you guys know, that's usually my style. The puzzles are hard to hit, Dustin. All right, well, right off the rip, fellas, not too shabby. Nolan Ryan puzzle. Guys, Jason is, we might both be, or just Jason, later on in the week. We're going to do another live session. Jay was gone away. He was out of town until late last night, and he's got the kids now for the next couple of days. So depending on how these cases shake out, I do have a style. Depending on how these cases shake out over the week, we might do another live session like Sunday or something like that to keep the momentum going. Trav, like a week away, buddy. A little more than a week away. Did you fill out your will now, or like, what's the story? Bring emergency contact information. Leave it in your wallet, just in case. All right. Excited. So guys, what big rookies am I going to be looking for in this? As you guys know, we're a little rusty on doing a ton of live breaks these days. You start losing track of who you're looking for after a while. I actually still had a sealed box from our distributor with 2 of these cases sitting in it. I had to bust it open and sift out the case boxes just in case we get more than one of these off the ground tonight. So, Corbin Carroll, Arizona. So Corbin Carroll's a big one. All right, here we go, fellas. Again, all cards do ship. All of our regulars know that, but we got a couple new people in the house, I think. Let me shrink this down a tad bit. That's a little big. And let me get the camera focus going. All right, rookie of Drew Waters at the very top of the stack here. Find the Volpe short print. And again, if I'm passing anything off here, fellas, there's an Alvarez, Jordan Alvarez, Luke Voigt. So George Kirby starts some flipped upside downs. Varland, Diaz, and right off the rip here, guys. That is, I had a look. I'm looking for the ROA, the Real One Auto, just to make sure that I'm not looking at fake ink. But we got an auto of J.J. Bleday right off the rip. Box number 1, we pulled the Nolan Ryan puzzle. Now Marlins auto. Marlins is, that's Dean. There you go, Dean. J.J. Bleday rookie auto. Nice one, buddy. So box number 1 comes in with ink. I like it. I like it. So All-Star, as we know, guys, we go based off the placement of the player on the card. So this will be a Padres card unless it was a hit, which is anything with ink, anything with relics, or numbered 50 or lower. And then we would put it through the randomizer and set all that up. But otherwise, any of these dual team cards, like that's going to be a Twins card and so on, because it's not a hit. New Age Performers. Try to get through them a little faster here. Like I said, fellas, if I passed anything off that is anything of note, please let me know. Josh, what's happening, buddy? Yep, real easy to do, man. Just jump on into the YouTube channel, and as long as you're logged into your Google account, you can chat away. Little Jeff Burrows, Aaron Judge, then and now, 1974 and 2023. So we pulled our one hit. Let's look for variations of any sort. Pete Alonso. Kathy's got some sorting ahead of her on this stuff now. We've had very little in terms of sorting recently. Josh, make sure to hit that subscribe on the channel, buddy. We do these break sessions so infrequently recently that we've definitely lost some subscribers along the way. So let's get that number building back up. Aaron Judge and Schwarber, 2022 home run leader. So again, that's going to be a New York card. I wasn't even aware that there was non-baseball content in this. So any of the non-baseball content that's not a hit, I'm just going to kind of eeny, meeny, miny, moe and pepper it within there. So Gerald Ford sworn in. Okay. If it is a hit, I'll random it across all 30 of the MLB teams. I like it, Josh. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I mean, they're doing their best. The industry is doing its best to drive breakers like us out of the business, but we're still hanging in there. We're still doing our best. All right, we got a variation of some sort. What do we got here? Black border. Black border for the Cubbies. That's going to Dustin. So first black border, Ben DeLuzio. DeLuzio. There you go, Dustin. Congrats. Little Bobby Witt. 1 in 18 packs on the 1974s. So maybe I'll pull that one back out then, Tommy, and random it across all 31 teams just for the sake of it anyway. We try, and it's nice that you guys can recognize that. So Flashback 74 is different than the News 1974s, obviously, right? The Aaron Judge Special. Are the hot boxes, what are the hot boxes? Are they just purple chromes, or what makes them the hot boxes this time around? Is that what they are as usual? There's a Wander. Another 1974, so I mean they're coming up a decent amount here. Flashback 1974. Okay, that does it for box number uno. Let me see if I could find that that other 1974 card in here. Hold on one sec. All right, I'll sift it out as we go through a little later. I don't want to hold things up here by looking for it, but yeah, I'll determine how to divvy those out. Not a whole lot of value on them. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. Box number 2. Let's see what the box topper is. Box topper is a standard box topper this time. No puzzle. We got an Alex Bregman for Houston. So Houston getting the second box topper. All right, that's empty. Down to 16 spots in break number 2, fellas. I would love to at least do 2 of these tonight. That would help out the effort a whole bunch, keep the momentum going. Red ink autos in a couple of the hot boxes. That would be awesome. So what's going on with you guys? How's everybody's weekend? Little Memorial Day weekend. What did we do? We went to, so Kathy follows this like comedian lady that also runs a really successful podcast, and she did like a live podcast session from the Venetian over the weekend. So her sister also follows her. So her sister and her husband came in from Orange County. We went out to dinner, went to this podcast thing at Venetian. It was pretty fun. All right, Trav, I like it. So were you supposed to be coming in Thursday or Friday? So you're coming in a little earlier now? I think you said originally the 8th, right? And the 8th would have been Thursday. So now you're coming in a bit earlier. I don't know if Torian's in the house. You were coming in Thursday morning, but you pushed it back. It's probably, you know what it is? Like that first day traveling into Vegas, especially coming from the East Coast when I used to travel here from Pennsylvania. It's like a 6, 7, 8 hour travel day. So like your whole first day is kind of like gobbled up with travel. So doing like a late arrival the night before, you could start fresh and get a whole first day in. No, that's a good move. That's a good move. I like that. All right, here we go. What are we going to see in this one? Real one auto again. That would be awesome. And again, if I pass off any big names with the rookies, let me know because I am out of the loop. And here it is, guys. Right off the rip. 2 in a row. The hit came up pretty close to the top. We got a Guardians Clubhouse Collection relic, a little bat relic of Jimenez. Who's got them Guardians? That's Daniel K. Daniel K. There you go, buddy. Clubhouse Collection relic coming in. Let's see some variations now. I got a, we were downtown like maybe 2 weeks ago, Travis, and we were eating. A lot of Aaron Judge variation stuff going on in this, right? Is he like a spotlight, like different variations? Here's a Pena. Oh, so you're changing over to Mandalay the next day. What I was starting to say there is we were downtown at the D, and we were eating in one of the restaurants, and this guy is walking around kind of introducing himself to everybody. Turns out he was one of the casino hosts down there, and we got talking to him, and, you know, we put a pretty good amount of time in the downtown. And he gave me his number, and we exchanged a couple texts and this and that, and very cool guy. I could pass his info along to you if you guys wanted to get in the good graces of yet another casino host in the downtown. He's a host for the Circa, which is the new casino down there, the D, and the Golden Gate. So that three property cluster. O'Neal Cruz. Like the Hank Aaron specials in 74. Yeah, yep. Flashback. What do we got? Nolan Ryan. Ryan's third no-no. All right. Second stack. Guys, it feels good to be doing a live session. I mean, we are really out of the loop on this stuff. Only certain things really make sense for us to do as live breaks these days. Like today, for instance, we got Donruss Optic football. We got all the new stuff. But we can't break it. It's so high priced. Here we go. How about a Soto coming in here? What do we got on the Soto? So where, oh, image variation. That's where it says it. Very, very small writing right there, right? Instead of, it said it before in the black circle in previous years. So image variation of Soto. Very nice. San Diego going off to Dustin. Nice one, Dustin. Soto image variation, buddy. Let's keep going. And here comes something. What do we got? An Ohtani. Numbering to 999. So what is... I've got the cardboard connection. Let's see. Is it just a chrome? Is it just a white border chrome? There's a Julio. Any value in the Julios now, since it's not a rookie Julio? Just a chrome? Trav, you're going to be booking time to go up in the gunship? That's crazy, right? I can't justify the cost, even though it would be a once-in-a-lifetime pretty cool thing to do. What do we got? Mateo and Berti. So that will be a Baltimore card. Casey Mize, Gavin Sheets, last one. All right, guys, box number 2 in the books. The World Series of Poker started yesterday, Travis, so that's going to be in full force when you guys are out here. Taking place now at the Bally's/Paris. Well, now Bally's is called the Horseshoe. They've rebranded it, but right there on the strip. This is the second year. They moved it away from the Rio last year. All right, our box topper is Minnesota Twins with the 50th anniversary. There you go. Minnesota Twins. If you hit a big hand pay going, yeah. I just got a, last week? Was I showing you that new toy that I got? That semi-automatic AK style shotgun. I haven't even fired it because I have no place to fire it. Nor do I have ammo. I don't even have 12 gauge shells or anything right now, so. Oh, the Dragon's Breath. Yes, I did tell you about it. Yes, that stuff. What are they, like tracers? Like little, like incendiary rounds inside the shell? The gun shop that I went to do the FFL transfer had, they had gender reveal thermite. So canisters of thermite. Is the thermite the stuff that blows up? One of them being like a baby blue color, one of them being like a pink color. I'm like, that can't be good. That's got to just be like trouble waiting to happen. Tannerite, yes. Thermite's the stuff that burns at like 2,000 degrees and burns through like titanium and shit, right? Tannerite's a little different. All right, guys, here we go. Let's start with this stack. Usually we've been going left first. Let's go this way first. This is much better than I was going to give it credit for. I was thinking everything was going to need to be flipped, but not too bad. How about another image variation coming up? There it is. How about a little Corbin Carroll? Image variation D-backs. Very nice. Who's got the D-backs in this one? Jared. Jared P. Image variation coming your way, buddy. Corbin Carroll. Congrats, congrats. It hasn't been bad, Travis. Like low 90s, 90-ish. But like 92, 93 in Vegas feels like mild. Feels pretty good. I'm a fat guy that sweats in air conditioning, so if I'm feeling pretty good about it, then it's got to be pretty good. I mean, I'd still say bring your Speedo, but... All right, how about a chrome of Matt Chapman, Blue Jays, numbering 2, $9.99. You know, the most I see of the outside is walking from property to property and then getting into the next bit of air conditioning. So that's my life. That's my exposure to the outside. Nick Senzel. Carlos Santana, smooth. Let me shuffle these over to the side here. Commando. That's the way to go, man. It's the way to go. I mean, that's just a base card, but I just want to point out, like, the paper is, like, the front face of the card is kind of, like, rippled up a little bit on the bottom. Hopefully that's a one-off, and we don't see more of that. '22 World Series, Phillies Astros. So I guess we're going to have to go Phillies on that kind of card as the owner of the card. I have friends that'll come out here and like they just love to do nothing more than go sit by the pool and do all that, be at the pool. Listen, man, I'll pass on that. Little McDonald's action. Ray Kroc buys the Padres. So that's one of the 1974 flashbacks. All right, so we did not pull the hit yet, right? Because I went opposite. I went with the right stack first. Yeah, I can't be... Not to mention, you're going to get a drink, and it's going to be $27 every single drink you get out there. So what they used to do, my buddy Ben and his friend that used to come out here all the time, they would bring a backpack, and they would take, like, illegal beverages into the pool area. Apparently, they're real keen to that these days, and they will be checking your bag to make sure you're not smuggling in outside beverages, so... And here it is, guys. Real one auto time. How about a Nolan Jones? Cleveland on the board again. Daniel, here you go, buddy. Nolan Jones, Guardian, real one auto. Guardians. Congrats, congrats. Nice hit. Yeah, sitting at a table or machine or eating one of the... Yes, I like the way you think. So a pretty good amount of autos so far, guys. What are we at? We're in box number 3. We've pulled 2 autos already. Plus we pulled that puzzle. And we've pulled some pretty nice variations in there too. Ooh, guys, break number 2. I'm just looking at the number over here. Heritage down to 11 on break number 2. There's a good likelihood we could be doing 2 of these. I mean, technically, I can do 3. I've got 3 cases of it here. Here's a Julio New Age. I've got 3 cases of it sitting here waiting to go. Julio again. All right, that's going to do it for that box. 3 boxes in the books. Usually just beers, Trav. If I drink liquor, I'm just a mess. We got a Killebrew box topper. Little old school Twins action right here. Going off to Dean. Going off to Dean. This guy was pulled in the last one. Little Nolan Jones Real One Auto, Josh, for the Guardians. If I'm trying to watch my carb intake, usually a beer with low carbs. I know, you're gonna... you're gonna... So Long Island's, yes. You're gonna read me the riot act. So we've had 3 boxes so far and 2 Real One Autos pulled, in addition to 1 relic card. So all 3 hits so far. 2 of them have been autos. Athletic beer. That's the exact beer. Usually I'll go to the Planet Fitness, get on the treadmill, have a Miller Lite in the in the cup holder, getting hydrated while treadmilling it up. Twins are Tony K. Yes, sir, Tony. You do have the Twins. Or what I usually do with Planet Fitness is just pay the membership fee and not go to the Planet Fitness. That's more appropriate. I just see it hit my bank account monthly and I'm like, fuck, I gotta start using that Planet Fitness membership. Which is like the same to be said of 90% of their entire like membership roster. That's how they get away with these massive facilities, right? A shower beer, that's a good one, man. Ooh, guys, we've hit single-digit territory on break number 2. I'm feeling pretty good. I think that one's going to go. Like I was telling you in that email, Josh, it's all about the momentum. The momentum game is real. It's such a catch-22, right? Because like everybody wants the breaks to happen, but if it's sitting at like 18 spots, it's like, whoa, I don't want to buy in until it's down to 6. So it's like, okay. The catch-22 being, it doesn't get to 6 or 5 or 4 spots, right, until everybody steps up when it's at 18, 19, 20. The break game. Golf ball to the orbital socket. Oh, man. I took a baseball to the orbital when I was like 12 years old. I had to go get like an MRI, x-rays, the whole... It was not fun. Golf ball is even more of a... like... direct... What do we got? We got an Arihara black and white, it looks like. B&W? Yeah, that's pretty cool. A black and white for Texas. That goes to Joe W. Pretty cool one there, Joe. Congrats. So you're gonna have a shiner? I had like a massive goose egg over my like eyebrow ridge and like a shiner for like 2 weeks. The world population reaches 4 billion in 74. What is the world population these days? And again, guys, if I'm passing any players off that are of interest, let me know before I get too far past them, and I'll certainly bring that card up into view for a moment. $9 billion now. We've really let it get away from us. All right, we got a chrome of something coming up here. Cubbies. How about a Encarnacion for the Marlins? That is to 574 on that one. Refractor. So refractor to 574. Marlins going to Dean. Flashbacks. Little Al Kaline. Yes, sir. All right, that's one stack. $7.8 billion in 2021. You guys, anybody a big fan of the original Matrix movie? Remember that scene with Agent Smith, and he's talking about human beings being the virus. They just replicate and consume and consume. That's basically exactly what's going on. Agent Smith really knew his stuff back in 1999. ...2022 rookie pitcher. So this one's going to be... What do we got? 1, 2... So I guess this one, again, it's not a hit card. So it's going to be top to bottom, left to right. So this will fall as a Pirates card. And here's our hit, fellas. Clubhouse Collection relic for the Yankees. Who's got them Yankees? That's Tommy K. How about an Anthony Rizzo bat relic coming your way, Tommy? Congrats. Nice card, nice hit. Clubhouse Collection relic for the Yanks. Guys, down to 4. Can we do 3 of them? I mean, I might be wiped the frick out by the time doing all 3, but but a third one could happen. I mean, hey. Let's keep going. '22 World Series. Fish have sex in water. Oh, you guys. I think I'm missing some of the chat. Let's see. All right, let's keep going. Josh, I forgot about War Eagle. I forgot about the War Eagle. Aaron Judge special. So, I don't know if any of you guys follow poker. I have been following poker for, 20 years, playing poker for the same amount of years, although I don't play as often as I should. I live in Vegas and I go play like once every month and a half. But, so there's a bunch of these live streams that go on now from various casinos and card rooms. Like there's the card rooms out of Texas that have them. There's the Hustler Casino in LA that has live streams 5 times a week. And they've built up a pretty good audience. So they were promoting for the last couple of months that they're going to do $1 million buy-in cash game these last 4 days. It was like the weekend of Memorial Day. For the whole weekend, every single night they're going to be doing one with like big names. And they did it, and it was pretty good. But last night was the final night of it. And if you guys know poker from back in the day, remember Tom Juan Durr. So he was on it. And the biggest pot that's ever... And here's another puzzle. How about a Mike Trout? So that's 2 of these box topper puzzles. This one going to the Angels. Mike Trout Angels. That's going to Steven. Nice. Very nice. So 2 of those. But anyway, back to my poker story. So the biggest pot in televised poker, cash game poker ever, took place last night. $3.1 million in one single hand of poker. That's insane. And Juan won it. The other dude bluffed 3 streets and got it all in on the river with ace king high against pocket queens. And the queens made the call. He really does have that look, doesn't he? I'm sure that's the look he's kind of going for, but yeah, he certainly has the look of confusion. There's something in there. I think that's our hit right there. So it's going to be right at the very top of that stack. So where are we at? 41 minutes so far, and we're not even halfway through it. We're getting close to halfway through it, but I was telling her about Tom Juan as we were watching last night, and she couldn't quite grasp the name Juan for some reason. Just wire over some bail money ahead of time, Trav. She can be your proxy and sit on the bail money in escrow. Travis, we say it all the time that, like, we envy, like, oh, this is a hot box, guys. I'm just noticing all the purple. This is going to be a hot box. I envy folks that come into Vegas as a tourist. Like, I can never have that experience again. You know? It's unfortunate, but you just never have that same, like, excitement unless you moved out of Vegas and came back. But live vicariously through people coming into town. All right, here's a Matt Chapman. One of the purple chromes from the hot box. Corbin Burns, Milwaukee. Come on. Sorry about that. They're flying off the stack here. Riley Green. Gabriel Moreno, Blue Jays. Purple chrome. What do we got? Christopher Morel for the Cubbies. Salvador Perez, purple chrome. Got a Byron Buxton Twins purple. Jeter Downs, Boston. And here comes something. What do we got here, guys? We got a David James Hensley. Black border. Black border Astros. Alvarez with the purple chrome. Hunter Brown, Houston. What do we got? Vaughn Grissom Braves, Aaron Judge, Home Run King. And here is a refractor? No. What's the 374s? Let's see. Numbered to 374. Silver parallel, right? Silver Parallels 374. Matt Olson, Braves. Braves is Jim W. Max Meyer with the purple chrome. There's the observation deck. Opens on Sears Tower. We got a Herrera purple chrome. All right, second side, I think that hit's going to pop right up here in just a second. I think it's right in this first stack. And there it is, Clubhouse Collection relic of Yastrzemski for San Fran. That goes to Jeremy W. There you go, Jeremy. San Francisco Giants Clubhouse Collection relic coming your way. Mike Yastrzemski. Got a Rhys Hoskins Philadelphia purple chrome. Julio. There's a mini. Are they considered minis? I remember looking at it on the write-up. So mini base. Yeah, mini base numbered to 100. So a little Bo Bichette action there for the Blue Jays. Nice. Robbie Ray. Acuna Jr. purple chrome. T said he is staying at the Stratosphere. We got a Jonathan India. So like way on the other side of the strip from where you guys are going to be. But hey, that's why you got Uber and Lyft available, right? You got a Juan Soto purple Padres. The minis are rare. Very cool. Let's keep it going. Gorman, Cardinals with the purple chrome. Oh, you guys rented a car. I did not know you got a car available to you. Got a Tatis purple. Matt Olson, and that is purple. It's like it felt thicker than normal. Got an Alvarez purple. Through the casino, even better. Even better. We got a Burleson purple for the Cardinals. Yeah, most of those casinos right in their parking garages have like affiliation with like Hertz Rent-A-Car and stuff like that, where they have cars available right inside the casino. We got a Cabrera for the Yankees purple. What do we got? Little Caleb Killian for the Cubbies. Chicago purple. And last one, Michael Harris, rookie for the Braves. Purple chrome. Very nice. Hot box complete. All right, here comes, this box will officially put us at the halfway mark. So, I mean, we're going to be pushing... we're going to be pushing 2 hours on each of these breaks, which is pretty much what I thought. All right, here we go. How about an Al Downing? Little old school Dodgers action. Very cool. Dodgers is Stacy. Stacy gets that one. Very nice. Oh, nice. He gets it through Hard Rock. Because they're now, of course, considered Hard Rock, even though they're still going by Mirage. That's empty. Yeah, must be with the Hard Rock affiliation. Does he go to Florida? Does he go to the Hard Rock down there? Not too bad. Hopefully, can spin something up on that money. Jason one time had like, I don't know, $400 free slot play at one of the casinos in like New York State. So he's like, yeah, what the hell? I wouldn't take a drive all the way to New York State unless it was like at least, you know, $300, $400, $500. So we went up there, And like the first 2 spins, he hit a jackpot for like 4,000 or 5,000. So that's a pretty good. Comes to Vegas 3 times a year. Already booked for October. Pretty cool. I like it. So Trev, when is your actual birthday? Is your official birthday on Thursday, or which day does it fall on? He is a degenerate gambler. That's my kind of people. All right, guys, here we go. This box will put us. This one, let's go on this side because this one has historically been where the hit falls. So let's leave the hit for secondary. So let's go this side. The 9th on Friday. All right. And here we go. How about a Vladdy Jr. image variation, it looks like. Very cool. Blue Jays, really nice right there. Going off to Aaron. Aaron F. Vladdy Jr. image variation. Congrats to Aaron. I think I'm going to need a couple more cards. I'm going to need another base bucket here. Burton by 11. All right, the hit's going to be, here's Gerald Ford again, sworn in as the 38th president. I think we pulled that same card a little earlier. All right, here comes the second side. If the pattern follows correctly, we're probably going to pull the hit right here in the top quarter of the stack. And there it is. There it is. Teoscar Hernandez. Clubhouse Collection relic for those Blue Jays. Aaron getting this one. So Aaron got the Vladdy Jr. Blue Jays image variation. Now getting the Blue Jays Clubhouse Collection relic. Blue Jays box. Congrats, Aaron. Got a Javier Baez Chrome for Detroit to $9.99. What do we got? Got a little Joe Morgan. Bobby Witt. All right, guys, we're officially halfway through it. That was 55 minutes to get us there. So, say about another 52, 53 minutes probably to get through the rest of it. Let's do this. Let's make 2 little stacks right there. Three spots left in Heritage number 2, fellas. Feeling pretty good. That one's going to go right away. Jose Ramirez Guardians for the box topper here, fellas. Empty box. Guys, if you didn't notice, I don't know if you have any interest in Recon Basketball, but Jay posted 2 Recon Basketball breaks up on the site earlier. So check those out. Those are newly listed. Of course, we have all this Heritage we're trying to work our way through. Some other stuff on the website, like the Series 2 vending and all that stuff. That'll be back on the lineup the next session Jason's available. A good bunch of numbers dropped on that one, I think today. So hoping that one goes off on the next live stream when we're doing it from PA. Travis, your buddy at all into sports cards? I was going to say, if you wanted to, I can take you around to a couple of the card shops that are here in the area, like not necessarily in town. Well, Legacy is here in town, but then there's one over on the Henderson side called Game Day. Don't know if you had any interest in venturing out to those joints. Vegas trips are weird because when you're only in for like 3 days or something like that, taking a large chunk of one of those days just to go off to a card shop is kind of defeating the purpose to a certain degree. All right, here we go. Actually, no, let's not go to the left stack. Let's go to the right stack first. And what do we got? We got a Corey Seager, black and white, it looks like, B&W. There it is, Corey Seager, Texas. That's going to Joe. Joe W. getting a black and white Seager. Oh, nice. Ozzie Albies hand-numbered with the brown border to 99. Clubhouse Collection relic for the Braves. Jim W. gets that one. Nice one, Jim. 22 of 99, hand-numbered. I dig it. Ozzie Albies, that's a good one, Jim. Congrats, sir. Nice hit. Nice hit. Guess they switched it up in this one with the hand numbered. They shifted it into the stack in a different location. I see a chrome or a refractor or a silver parallel or something coming up here. What do we got? We got a Schwarber. It is numbered to 574, and that is the refractor numbering. So Schwarber, Philadelphia Phil's refractor. Watergate plagued Nixon. U.S. resigned U.S. presidency. Have you guys watched any interest? I just made a note to watch it yesterday, and I haven't watched it yet. The White House Plumbers. The thing with Woody Harrelson with G. Gordon Liddy and all that. Like, basically the guys that they kind of hired to do the Watergate break-in. Yep, the hot box was already here. There they are. Tried it, didn't like it. The White House Plumbers. Well, guess what, guys? We got a bonus. So we have the hand numbered, and then we got a bonus with the regular relic. Jose Ramirez Guardians going off to Daniel K. So 2 hits in this box. 2 hits in this box. One of them was the hand numbered, and now Clubhouse Collection relic of Ramirez. Nice. Love extra hits. Wander. What do we got? Aaron, the new home run king. Little Hammer and Hank. Aaron Judge, Pete Alonso. All right, let me shuffle these over to the side. And last little bit from this box. All right, that does it for that one, guys. We're officially beyond the halfway mark. Feels good. All right, next one. We are, but I'm not sure we're going to be breaking it, Josh. We might be breaking it because it depends on how much they allocate us. How about a Gary Matthews, another buyback? Is that what these are? The 1973? I mean, they are definitely period appropriate. That one's got some like a foot scuff right in the right in the back of it, right? Yeah, depending on how much they allocate us. We always have to see if it makes sense to actually get it broken or how we do it. We are getting Don Russ. Here's the thing. So we get them all. We get every single product that comes out. Just at what amounts is always questionable, and then based on the price point of like what it cost us to acquire and what we could actually put it out on the website for sale, like is it feasible for us to do? Like for instance, Don Russ Optic Football came out today, right? That stuff is like, shoot, I don't know, like multi-thousands per case. We just can't break it because the cost of the teams would be so ridiculous that nobody would buy it. So we end up having to just sell off the full sealed case to those in the industry. So that's why a lot of stuff you just don't see show up on the website as breaks anymore, where we used to be able to break that stuff, but now the prices are so prohibitive that to flip it quickly, we just have to sell it as a full case. But yeah, we are getting Don Russ baseball. That's why I was joking when I first started up the stream. Like, the industry is doing its best to shut breakers like us out of the industry, but we're still hanging on for, been doing it for a decade. Trav, no problem, buddy. Rest up, you're gonna need it. Hopefully you feel better, my friend. Guys, can we get those 3 teams filled up? What are the 3 remaining teams? 3 remaining teams. It looks like we got the Padres, the Rays, and the Nationals. Who wants to grab them, guys? Because it would be pretty sweet to be able to go right from one break into the next. And then see what it looks like maybe for a third one. Maybe we can get some momentum on our side while break number 2 is happening. And maybe see a third one go off. That would be ideal. Jason went in and did a big price reduction on all the remaining teams across each one of those cases earlier today. So if you guys were checking out, team pricing a day ago, you might want to check it out again because the prices might be a little sweeter now. So check it out. No coupon codes. We just don't have the margins on it to really offer a code on this stuff, but if you built up a loyalty discount throughout last month, that will apply. We got an image variation of Juan Soto. There we go. That's the same one. We've actually pulled 2 of these exact same cards, right? We pulled his exact same image variation earlier. San Diego going to Dustin. Nice one, Dustin. Image variation of Soto times 2. Congress expands the Freedom of Information Act. Jesus. There's Bob Gibson again. All right, the hit's going to fall on that side. What's it going to be? Relic or auto, fellas? Relic or auto? Looks like it's a relic. That's a little bit thicker. And here it is, Atlanta Braves Clubhouse Collection Relic of Max Fried. Braves going to Jim W. again. There you go, Jim. Clubhouse Collection Relic. Atlanta. Here comes a chrome. What do we got? Brian Bello, Red Sox chrome, numbering to 999. All right, a little bit left. There he is again, Mr. McDonald's, Ray Kroc, a.k.a. Michael Keaton. All right, one sec here, guys. Need a sip of my 2-hour-old iced coffee. Still got ice cubes in it, shocking as that is. Never a problem with multiple people buying a car on eBay, never paying. We used to sell our brake spots on eBay, Josh, and we would run into a lot of that kind of nonsense, but on a single, like a card, I'm sure that's probably what people are doing. They're probably trying to jack up the price on a specific card because they have one in the series as well, and they're trying to jack up the overall price. So many shenanigans on eBay. So many shenanigans on there. They're basically what? Trying to set the comp at a higher number because they probably have the same card. Like if it's a number to 50 or number to 100 or something, they probably have one in that series. All right, there's one side. Guys, if we can get that Heritage Break number 2 filled up here before we get these final 4 boxes completely broken, I'll just need like 5 minutes in between each break to get the video uploaded and all that stuff, and we could just bang bang right into the next one. It shows it being sold twice. Huh. And I guess 130 Point doesn't have any idea, obviously, that the buyer backed out of a sale. So like now on record, it looks like something sold for whatever, $150, when in fact it was some jackass probing the bids. You know, is my guess, right? All right, here we go. Next stack. I've noticed people on eBay. What do we got? Corey Kluber. Black border? No. What is it? It doesn't have any variation down here. Is it flip stock? You guys tell me. Is that what I'm looking at here? I'm looking at the front of that card and the front of that card to see kind of a little shine. I don't know. I'm going to put that one off to the side. You guys tell me if that's some kind of variation or if it is flip stock. Very nice. All right. Red Sox going off to Chris G with a flip stock. Smooth on one side. Yep. I thought that's the only thing it really could be, considering it doesn't have the variation noted. That's weird, T. Did it hit your spam maybe or something? I actually got, usually when I go live, like, I'll get an email to say, like, Sports Box Breaks went live. And I did get one today. All right, let's keep rolling. The flip stocks are numbered, serial numbered in a specific. I mean, I don't even know if I can make it out without having to finally adjust the camera. I'm not even going to get into that one, Tommy. We'll just say that it is, in fact, flip stock. But let's keep it rolling. I did see that story popping up today. Their servers got destroyed also, like, so their entire, like, redemption operation and everything is now, like, defunct. Is that... That sounds a little weird. What kind of operation is hosting their own web servers in-house and not, like, in a cloud hosting situation? Like, our website doesn't live here in my house. I'm sure most people's, you know, they don't have the server in their office hosting it out to the world. So the flip stock is where normally on the back side you have a smooth front face on these cards, right? And then you kind of have a rougher back face on them. They actually do a flip-flop of the card stock, so you get a rougher front face with the photo and a smoother, like, stat base on the back. And they just become, you know, one of the types of variations. Did you guys see a thing? I saw it briefly, that it popped up that it was, I think it was on the Sports Card Scammers Facebook page. A guy posted that he had a one-of-one redemption from some, like, high-end Panini basketball product. And it was a one-of-one auto redemption, and the card was worth in, like, the $20-some thousand range. He sent in the redemption like 2 years ago. Shocking that, you know, he hasn't received anything. And then he saw the card, the live card, for sale. It was a one-of-one, so there's no mistaking, for sale on eBay. So I interrupt my spiel to look at this Jared Walsh. Jared Walsh Clubhouse Collection for the Angels. That's going to Steven A. Clubhouse Collection relic coming your way, Steven. Did you guys read that or see that in the Sports Card Spammer? Or anywhere else? The guy is claiming that a one-of-one, like $22,000, $23,000 card redemption was never redeemed, but then the live card was showing up for sale. So it can only indicate that, like, someone on the inside got the card when it was produced and signed and snagged it. What do we got? Alec Burleson for the Cardinals. Chrome to $9.99. The observation deck opens on Sears Tower. You saw that too? Panini is suing Fanatics for hiring, which is pretty ironic considering that they're supposed to be on the verge of owning Panini anyway, right, Dustin? I mean, that is the talk, that they're going to eventually just own Panini as well. A little bit left. T, are you in this break? I didn't remember rattling off your name for any of the teams this break. I was going to say, like, did you at least receive the email to say, like, this break has been sold out, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think you have teams in this one. What do we got here? We got a Tony Perez. And that'll do it. 3 boxes remaining, guys. 9 boxes in. 3 to go. comes the next one. T, you missed, Travis was in the chat up until about like 15, 20 minutes ago. He was hanging out talking about the trip next week. He was asking if you, guys, what am I looking at here, fellas? Greg Z, I don't know if you're out there, buddy. That's Eloy. Is that live ink? That is live ink, right? Very cool. Wow. What a case we got going on our hands here, guys. Greg Z. It is facsimile or is that real ink? It's not real ink. It is real ink. You had me second guessing myself there. I'm thinking, is it a facsimile auto or is it real ink? That's real ink. Okay. They're doing better and better making it look like real ink. I don't know. I mean, it's blue. That's why I'm thinking it's real ink, but it looks very real. Beats the heck out of me, man. I mean, I don't have a loop handy to like really look and see if I could see cross sections going on here, but that looks real. I'm just going to put it off to the side because that's what it is. Going off to Greg Z. And the facsimiles even had colored ink. Usually the facsimiles are just like, you know, black, right? Like black ink, and it looks, you know, it's pretty indicative of being the facsimile. All right, here we go. Let's look at the rest of them. Definitely looks real to me. Gotta call in the infamous Steve Grad, who does not get a whole lot of praise these days. No, he was just hanging out here in the chat for like the first bit of time. Apparently he took, this isn't laughable, it's terrible, he took a golf ball to his eye socket today at work. You know, he works in a golf course. And so he had a major headache. So he dipped out early to go and relax. But he was just talking about being excited for the trip. They're coming in, they were supposed to be coming in Thursday, but they're coming in late night Wednesday now. So they're coming in a little bit ahead of time even. Joe says, I think it is real, but I'm like 60%. Need a mag. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let me fool around with the focus on the camera for a second. I mean, that looks real to me, guys. And I don't know. Is it? Is it not? That looks pretty effing real to me, but like even where it crosses over that white spot on the sock, you can see like ink over card. They're all blue? Okay. Well, they did a really good job with that facsimile ink then, if that is in fact just facsimile. Let me get the camera focus back in order here for our regular viewing. That should work. Soto has one also. Man, that really looks real. To even go like the extra mile and have that little bit like really look like it's ink overlaid over the top of it. Yeah. Guys, we're at 2 spots in Heritage break number 2. That's going to be coming up next. The autos have numbering on them. Dustin's saying the autos have numbering on them, so good to know. All right, guys, here we go. Next box. What do we got here? We got a Riley Green image variation. Image variation. Detroit. Going off to Tony. There you go. Little image variation coming your way. How long is he staying? Let me take a look. He's staying until the 12th, which is what? That is until Monday. So probably he's here all day through Sunday and then leaves, I think, maybe early Monday. All right, Jock Peterson. How about yourself, T? How long are you in for? Staying into the whole weekend? Oh, nice, nice, nice. I'm still blown away that that ink is not real. That looks so real. Well, I think they're coming in super late Wednesday, so it's really kind of to be considered Thursday. So Thursday through Monday. So all day Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's 4 days. That's still, a pretty good chunk of time. Rockefeller. I can't be there even close to a week. Yeah, like beyond 3 days in Vegas is a lot. You get to a fourth and beyond day, and that's just, it's a lot. All right, let's see. Does the hit fall at the top or not? Yes, it does. Cubbies. Little Patrick Wisdom. Cubbies on the board for Dustin. Patrick Wisdom Clubhouse Collection Relic. Bank account cleared. Waking up next to a stripper covered in glitter. Yes. There was just a couple. I mean, there's always crazy news stories coming out of Vegas, but recently one came out that a housekeeping girl was found guilty of stealing $100,000 out of a guy's room safe. They caught her. And then there was 2 working girls that basically trick rolled a guy in his room and fucking shot and killed him. And they got caught as well. Just crazy stuff. Where we live is like just suburb upon suburb. Like you wouldn't even know you're in Las Vegas until you drive 20 minutes to the Strip, but most of Vegas is pretty tame. Smelling like cocoa butter. Yes. Guys, did we not pull? No. Was that Patrick Wisdom in this stack? I'm losing track. Was that Patrick Wisdom relic in this box? I mean, we did get an additional hit a few boxes back. If you recall, we had that hand numbered, and then we had a second hit. Here comes something. Yeah. Keep your money and all things else separate. What do we got? Houston right here. 374. Is that the silver parallels, I think, right? Jose Altuve. Astros. All right, that'll do it for that one. I'm going to say, I guess that Patrick Wisdom was in this box. I wasn't keeping complete good track of it as we were going through them, but if they did short us a hit in that one, they made up for it in the other box with 2 hits, but I don't think they did. All right. Last 2 boxes coming our way. What do we got? All right, so there's another one. So we know for sure that not numbered. So a little Adley action right there with the facsimile. They really did a number on that other one, man. Like, this one looks facsimile. This one doesn't. That one looks like real ink. The way it's signed, like around the bat and all that. So 2 boxes in a row. I think only the 374 was the lowest number we've seen so far, Josh. I think the 374s are the lowest. We haven't pulled any really low numbered stuff. Or no, did we pull number to 99? We pulled that hand number to 99 Ozzy Albies Clubhouse Collection relic. And the Bichette Mini was to 100. Guys, let's get those 2 spots sold off in Heritage Break number 2. That way we can just go bam, bam right into it. After a couple minutes of breathing time, that is. The panhandlers are so bad here now. Like, these silly fake showgirls and all that stuff that you'll see all over the strip and downtown, like, if you stop for even 2 seconds, they start like, they attach themselves to your party and instantly start demanding money to take pictures with them. Like, and it's not like $5 money. It's like they want like $60 money. Like, I'm just like, I'm a local. That's my, which I am, so they know locals can't be bothered. Okay, fellas, let's do the last 2 boxes here. Let's pull something crazy. It's been really solid so far, but let's see something really nuts. All right, what do we got? Mookie Betts with an image variation. Mookie, nice. Dodgers going to Stacy. Image variation of Mookie. I have heard that some of those buskers that, you know, street hustle make well into the 6 figures of money. I have no idea if that's true, but I've heard they do. It seems like it's probably true. Yeah, all tax-free. So you're making, you know, whatever, 100K tax-free. That's like equivalent to like 140K. Charles de Gaulle Airport. busted a guy that made over $100K in 9 months in Alabama. Wow. Well, the downtown has actually embraced it and even has like built-in circles on the Fremont Street experience and all that where they have to specifically stand and do their thing. I think they even make them get a business license. So they've embraced it in the sense that they're probably trying to tax them, that's why. But at the very least, they make them get a business license to do it down there. And be like approved. Just in the beginning part of this year, there's so much riffraff happening in the downtown that the city has set aside money and established a whole new like segment of the police force that's dedicated to downtown because there's a lot of wacky shit that goes on down there these days. I don't even know if that's even started yet or if it's in the works, but yeah. They're going to have like a police substation set up in the downtown specifically because there's so much shit that goes on there. Did we look at these? We did, right? Yes. All right, here we go. Second side. One full box left after this. Julio, and here it is. Tommy getting an Aaron Judge. Bat Relic game used. New York Yankees. Tommy K on the Yankees ownership. Congrats to you, sir. Clubhouse Collection Relic, Aaron Judge. What do we pull? 2 or 3 autos across this so far? I'm just wondering if the last box might be an auto still waiting for us. Scataway Mike. I see a chrome or something near the bottom of the stack going to be shown here in a minute. Here it is. How about a Drew Waters for KC, a little rookie. Numbering to 574 refractor. Watergate. Sonny Gray and Bryce Harper. All right, guys, that's box 11. Here it is, our last chance for another auto. Can we do it? Box topper first. How about an Oswald Cabrera? Yankees. Yankees getting the love here. Little rookie box topper action coming your way. Congrats, congrats. Empty. There's a fair amount in Vegas, T, but Not like, Los Angeles and stuff had become like overrun the last few years. I know they've cleaned a lot of that up in some of the more touristy areas like Venice Beach and that. Venice Beach was just overrun. It was just quite literally overrun. They went in there and took down most of those tent cities and all that stuff. Guys, who's going to close out those final 2 spots? Tommy is saying someone buy up the Rays. Take them out of the... Yeah, Josh? I mean, hey, I'm okay with that. Sounds pretty insensitive, but, there's a lot of, I don't know, there's a lot of shenanigans in that. Like, a lot of those folks, especially in the California tent cities, like, have means to not be homeless. All right, what do we got here? We got a Riley Green. This is a position. What does that even mean? Position. They have, like, a different position listed for the player. Is that, so there we go. Riley Green, Detroit going to Tony K. Tony. It's the first one of those variations we've pulled. Or I guess they... Yeah, where they normally wouldn't have the position listed, right? They would just have the player name and the team name. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, they have the flip-flopped corners, essentially, right? Hank Aaron. I'm looking to see if I see any chromes in there. Where are we at? 1 hour 43. So like 1 hour 50 some minutes and change is where these fall. All right, let me shuffle these over to the side. We'll look at the second stack. We're still due our hit. Our hit is still hiding in here. Fingers crossed for ink. Let's finish off the last box with a bang, shall we? And it is a relic. How about a Julio relic, though? Nice. Clubhouse Collection relic. Seattle Mariners. That goes off to, that's Alan. Alan K. Nice one, Alan. Julio Rodriguez. Mariners relic in the last box. Congrats, sir. Varsho. Yep, definitely a good one. Any chromes or variations left in the mix here, guys? Congress expands the freedom of information. Aaron Judge on the left, 2022 home run leaders. Schwarber on the right. So it will be a New York card. Same with the Mateo and others that are similar to that. All right, last little bit here, and that'll be the whole shebang. Bob Gibson again. And Justin Verlander, Kyle Wright is the last of the whole thing. Guys, thank you again for getting that one filled up. These will ship out of the next shipping batch leaving Vegas. And thank you again, folks. Do appreciate it.